I'm excited to be here with you today to share some valuable insights on how to overcome procrastination and reach your goals. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the daily grind and put off important tasks and goals for another day. But let me tell you, you are not alone in this struggle. We have all been guilty of procrastination at some point in our lives. However, the good news is that you have the power to turn things around and start taking action towards your goals. That's right. By listening to this message, you will learn 5 powerful ways to overcome procrastination and start making progress towards your dreams and aspirations. So if you're tired of feeling stuck and unproductive, then this video is for you. Get ready to unlock your full potential and achieve the success you deserve. So without further ado, let's dive into our 5 ways to overcome procrastination and reach your goals. Starting with number 5. We all have goals, dreams, and aspirations, but many of us struggle to turn them into reality because we fall prey to the temptation of procrastination. We put off important tasks, we delay taking action, and we make excuses for ourselves. But I'm here to tell you that there is a way to overcome this self-sabotaging behavior and reach your goals. And that is number 5. The power of self-discipline. Let me ask you this. How many times have you set a goal for yourself, only to find yourself making excuses and putting it off for later? How many times have you promised yourself that you will start working towards your dreams tomorrow, or next week, or next month? And how many times have you ended up feeling disappointed and frustrated because you didn't take action when you had the chance? I know that many of you can relate to this, because I have been there myself. But let me tell you something. Procrastination is a thief of time, and time is the most valuable asset we have. Every minute that we waste by procrastinating is a minute that we can never get back. And the longer we put off taking action, the harder it becomes to break out of the cycle of procrastination. It's a vicious cycle that can hold us back from achieving our full potential. So, what is the solution? How do we break free from the grip of procrastination and start making progress towards our goals? The answer is self-discipline. It is the key to unlocking our potential and achieving our dreams. Self-discipline is the ability to control our impulses and take action even when we don't feel like it. It is the foundation of success. And without it, we will always struggle to reach our goals. Now, I understand that self-discipline may not be the most glamorous topic, and it may not be the easiest to implement. But let me tell you this. It is worth it. It is worth the effort, the struggle, and the sacrifices. Because in the end, it will lead you to the life you have always dreamed of. So how do we practice self-discipline? How do we cultivate this powerful attribute that will help us overcome procrastination and reach our goals? I am going to share with you the number 5 way to practice self-discipline and achieve success in every area of your life. 1. Set clear and specific goals. The first step to practicing self-discipline is to have a clear and specific goal in mind. Without a clear destination, it's easy to get lost and lose motivation. When you have a specific goal in mind, it becomes easier to stay focused and take action. So take some time to think about what you want to achieve and write it down. Make your goal as specific as possible and set a deadline for yourself. This will give you a sense of urgency and motivate you to take action. Number 2, create a plan of action. Once you have a clear goal in mind, the next step is to create a plan of action. This means breaking down your goal into smaller, actionable steps. This will not only make your goal more manageable, but it will also give you a roadmap to follow. When you have a plan, it becomes easier to stay on track and avoid distractions. So take some time to create a plan of action for your goal and make sure to include specific tasks and deadlines. Number 3, hold yourself accountable. One of the biggest reasons why we procrastinate is because we lack accountability. We make promises to ourselves, but we don't have anyone to hold us accountable for our actions. This is where self-discipline comes in. You need to hold yourself accountable for your actions. This means being honest with yourself and taking responsibility for your choices. You can also find an accountability partner or join a mastermind group to help you stay on track. Number 4, eliminate distractions. Distractions are the enemy of self-discipline. We live in a world where distractions are everywhere. Social media, Netflix, video games, the list goes on. And it's so easy to fall into the trap of procrastination when we have so many distractions at our fingertips. But if you want to practice self-discipline, you need to eliminate distractions. This means setting boundaries for yourself and creating a distraction-free environment. Turn off your phone, log out of social media, and create a space where you can focus on your goals. Number 5, practice self-care. Last, but not least, self-discipline also means taking care of yourself. It's important to remember that self-discipline is not about pushing yourself to the point of burnout. It's about finding a balance between discipline and self-care. This means getting enough sleep, eating well, and taking breaks when you need them. When you take care of yourself, you will have more energy and motivation to stay disciplined and work towards your goals. Now to number 4. The 4th way to overcome procrastination and reach your goals is by eliminating distractions. We can truly take our lives to the next level. Let me ask you this. How many times have you set a goal for yourself and then found yourself getting distracted by something else? Maybe it's a notification on your phone or a TV show that you just can't miss. Or perhaps it's the endless scrolling on social media that seems to consume our days. Whatever it may be, distractions are all around us, and they can be a major roadblock on our journey to success. But here's the thing. We can't blame the distractions for our lack of progress. We have to take responsibility for our actions and understand that it is up to us to eliminate these distractions and stay focused on our goals. So let's dive into the 4th way to overcome procrastination and reach our goals. Eliminate distractions. The first step to eliminating distractions is to identify them. Take a moment to think about what distracts you the most. Is it your phone, your email, your coworkers? Whatever it may be, write it down and make a conscious effort to be aware of these distractions. By identifying them, we can start to take control over them. The next step is to create a distraction-free environment. This could mean turning off your phone or putting it in another room while you work. It could also mean finding a quiet space to work in or using noise-canceling headphones. Whatever it may be, find a space where you can fully focus on your tasks without any distractions. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking, but Jim, I need my phone for work. Or, I can't just shut off my email. What if something important comes up? And I understand these concerns, but here's the thing. We have to learn to prioritize. Is checking your phone or email every 5 minutes really necessary? Or can it wait until you have completed your tasks for the day? By prioritizing our tasks and setting boundaries for ourselves, we can eliminate distractions and stay focused on our goals. Another way to eliminate distractions is to set specific times for checking your phone or email. Instead of constantly checking them throughout the day, set designated times to check and respond to messages. This way you can stay connected without getting caught up in the endless scrolling or responding to every notification. Now, I know that sometimes distractions can come from external sources, such as coworkers or family members. In these situations, it's important to communicate your needs and boundaries. Let your coworkers know that you need some uninterrupted time to work on a project, or ask your family members to give you some space while you work. By communicating your needs, you can create a distraction-free environment and stay focused on your goals. But let's not forget about the biggest distraction of all, our own thoughts. How many times have you found yourself getting lost in your own thoughts, worrying about the future, or dwelling on the past. These thoughts can be just as distracting as any external source. So it's important to practice mindfulness and stay present in the moment. When we are fully present, we can eliminate distractions and focus on the task at hand. Lastly, I want to remind you that eliminating distractions is a continuous process. It's not something that we can do once and be done with it. We have to constantly be aware of our surroundings and our own thoughts, and make a conscious effort to stay focused on our goals. But I promise you, the more you practice eliminating distractions, the easier it will become. The number 3 way to overcome procrastination and reach your goals is by creating a plan of action. You see, many of us have big dreams and aspirations, but we often fail to take action towards achieving them. We make excuses, we blame external factors, and we convince ourselves that we will start tomorrow, next week, or next month. But the truth is, tomorrow never comes. And before we know it, years have gone by, and we are no closer to our goals than we were before. This is where creating a plan of action comes in. A plan of action is a roadmap that will guide you towards your goals. It is a series of actionable steps that you will take to move closer to your dreams. Without a plan, our goals remain just wishes and fantasies, but with a plan, we can turn our dreams into reality. So let me share with you the steps to creating an effective plan of action. Step 1, define your goals. The first step in creating a plan of action is to clearly define your goals. What is it that you want to achieve? Is it a career goal, a personal goal, or a health goal? Be specific and write down your goals. Remember, a goal without a plan is just a wish. So, take the time to think about what you truly want and write it down. Step 2, break it down. Now that you have defined your goals, it's time to break them down into smaller, more manageable tasks. This will help you to not feel overwhelmed and will make your goals seem more attainable. For example, if your goal is to lose 20 pounds, break it down into smaller tasks such as going to the gym 3 times a week, cutting out junk food, and meal prepping. This way, you have actionable steps that you can take towards your goal. Step 3, set a timeline. A goal without a deadline is just a dream. It's important to set a timeline for each of your tasks. This will help you to stay on track and hold yourself accountable. Be realistic with your timeline, but also push yourself to achieve your goals in a timely manner. Step 4, take action. This is where the magic happens. You have defined your goals, broken them down into smaller tasks, and set a timeline. Now it's time to take action. This is where most people struggle. They have a plan, but they fail to execute it. Don't let that be you. Take action every single day towards your goals. Remember, even small steps forward are progress. Step 5, monitor your progress. As you take action towards your goals, it's important to monitor your progress. This will help you to see how far you have come and motivate you to keep going. It's also a great way to make any necessary adjustments to your plan if needed. Step 6, stay accountable. Accountability is key when it comes to achieving our goals. Find an accountability partner or join a support group to help you stay on track. Share your goals and your plan of action with them and ask them to hold you accountable. This will not only keep you motivated, but it will also help you to stay committed to your plan. Step 7, celebrate your wins. As you achieve each of your smaller tasks, take the time to celebrate your wins. This will not only boost your confidence, but it will also keep you motivated to continue towards your ultimate goal. Creating a plan of action is the key to overcoming procrastination and reaching your goals. It gives you direction, purpose, and a roadmap to follow. But remember, a plan is only effective if you take action. So don't just dream about your goals. Create a plan and take action towards them every single day. Now to number 2. The number 2 way to overcome procrastination and reach your goals is to break down your goals into smaller tasks. You see, we all have dreams and aspirations, but sometimes we get overwhelmed by the enormity of our goals. We think to ourselves, how am I ever going to achieve this? And that's where procrastination creeps in. We put off taking action because we don't know where to start. But I am here to tell you that the key to overcoming procrastination and reaching your goals is to break them down into smaller, more manageable tasks. Let me give you an example. Let's say your goal is to run a marathon. Now, for someone who has never run a marathon before, that may seem like an impossible task. But what if I told you that you could break it down into smaller tasks? Instead of focusing on the entire 26.2 miles, focus on running just 1 mile at a time. And then, once you've accomplished that, focus on running 2 miles, and then 3, and so on. Before you know it, you'll have completed the marathon. This same concept can be applied to any goal, whether it's personal or professional. By breaking down your goals into smaller tasks, you are able to create a roadmap for success. It allows you to take one step at a time rather than trying to tackle everything at once. Now, some of you may be thinking, but Jim, I don't have the time to break down my goals into smaller tasks. Well, let me ask you this. Do you have time to procrastinate? Do you have time to put off your dreams and aspirations? I highly doubt it. By taking the time to break down your goals, you are actually saving yourself time in the long run. You are setting yourself up for success by creating a clear path to achieving your goals. But breaking down your goals into smaller tasks is not just about saving time. It's also about building momentum. When you accomplish one task, no matter how small, it gives you a sense of accomplishment and motivation to keep going. It's like building a snowball. The more you roll it, the bigger it gets. And before you know it, you have a giant snowball of success. Now, I want to address something that I know may be on some of your minds. You may be thinking, but Jim, what if I fail? What if I break down my goals and I still can't achieve them? And to that I say, so what? Failure is not the end. It's just a detour on the road to success. If you break down your goals and you still can't achieve them, then you simply readjust and try again. Remember, success is not a straight line. It's a journey with ups and downs. But by breaking down your goals, you are able to navigate those ups and downs more effectively. Now, I want to share with you a personal story about how breaking down my goals changed my life. When I was a young man, I had a dream of becoming a successful entrepreneur, but I had no idea where to start. I was overwhelmed by the thought of starting a business, so I kept putting it off. But then I heard about the concept of breaking down goals into smaller tasks. So I took my big dream of becoming a successful entrepreneur and I broke it down into smaller tasks. I started by researching different industries and business models. Then I focused on creating a business plan. And then I took the leap and started my own business. And here I am today, standing in front of all of you as a successful entrepreneur. But my journey didn't end there. I continued to break down my goals and set new ones for myself. And each time, I was able to achieve them because I had a clear roadmap to follow. I am a living testament that breaking down your goals into smaller tasks works. So, I challenge each and every one of you to take a look at your own goals and see how you can break them down into smaller tasks. I promise you, it will make all the difference in the world. And as you start to see the results of this number 2 way to overcome procrastination, I urge you to keep pushing forward. Don't let anything stand in the way of your dreams and aspirations. Now to number 1. Procrastination is a silent killer of dreams and goals. It is the thief of time and the enemy of progress. It is the act of putting off important tasks and responsibilities, often in favor of more immediate and less important activities. And unfortunately, it is a habit that many of us struggle with. But my friends, I am here today to tell you that there is a way to overcome procrastination and reach your goals. The number one way to do so is by setting clear and specific goals. You see, without clear and specific goals, we are like ships without a rudder, drifting aimlessly in the sea of life. We may have a general idea of where we want to go, but without a specific destination in mind, we will never reach our desired outcome. Think about it. When you have a specific goal in mind, your actions become more focused and purposeful. You have a clear direction and a sense of urgency to take action. This is because a specific goal gives you something tangible to work towards. It becomes a target that you can aim for, and it motivates you to take the necessary steps to achieve it. On the other hand, when your goals are vague and ambiguous, it is easy to fall into the trap of procrastination. You may have a general desire to improve your life, but without a clear and specific goal, it is easy to put off taking action. You may tell yourself that you will start tomorrow or next week, but that day never seems to come. But my friends, the power of setting clear and specific goals goes beyond just motivating you to take action. It also helps you to overcome the fear of failure. You see, when your goals are vague, it is easy to make excuses and justify why you didn't achieve them. But when your goals are specific, there is no room for excuses. You either achieve them or you don't. And if you don't, it becomes a learning opportunity to reassess and adjust your approach. Now, you may be wondering, how do I set clear and specific goals? Well, it all begins with a vision. You must have a clear vision of what you want to achieve. This vision should be specific and detailed. It should include all aspects of your life, such as your career, finances, relationships, health, and personal growth. Once you have a clear vision, you can then break it down into smaller, more manageable goals. These goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This is often referred to as the SMART goal-setting method. Let me give you an example. Let's say your vision is to become financially independent. Your first step would be to set a specific and measurable goal, such as saving $10,000 in the next 12 months. This goal is achievable as it is within your control and relevant to your overall vision. And it is time-bound, giving you a specific deadline to work towards. But my friends, setting clear and specific goals is not enough. You must also have a plan of action to achieve them. As the saying goes, a goal without a plan is just a wish. Your plan should include specific action steps that you will take to reach your goal. This could include things like creating a budget, finding ways to increase your income, or setting aside a specific amount of money each month. And finally, to truly overcome procrastination and reach your goals, you must have the discipline to follow through with your plan. This is where many people struggle. It takes discipline to stay focused and committed to your goals, especially when faced with distractions or setbacks. But remember, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. In closing, my friends, if you want to overcome procrastination and reach your goals, you must set clear and specific goals, have a plan of action, and the discipline to follow through. This is the number one way to achieve success in any area of your life. And in our next session, we will dive deeper into the topic of personal development and how it ties into goal setting. So I encourage you all to take action today and start setting clear and specific goals for yourself. Remember, the only way to achieve your dreams is by taking action. Thank you.